Boobity boop. Hi. Welcome to The Beast Unleashed number. Fuck, what number is this? I don't pay attention to these ones. I don't listen to the numbers.
It's not our problem.
Yeah, facts. It's your guys' problem. Yeah, welcome to The Beast Unleashed. As always, I'm here with Mr. Raven Scones, the baker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of bread.
Yeah, dude. Raven, remember when we were gonna make that baking company, dude?
Sucks, man.
Dude, we could make the best donuts in all of Minnesota, man.
JJ Bone Cupcakes.
JJ Bones Cupcakes. No, dude, I actually, there's a local cupcake place, not cupcake. There's a local bakery in town, and I had never been to it here, and down here in Arkansas, it's rare to find good things in local areas. Like, there's a lot of local businesses, but they all kind of mimic each other. Like, for example, all the Mexican restaurants are all super good, but they all are basically the same. So, like, you just have like a bunch of amazing Mexican restaurants, still local, still good. I love Mexican, but they're all very similar. You have pretty much every single local like American food place has the exact same menu, stuff like that. So to see something different like this, I decided to go to this donut place, right? And it's ran by this old Asian couple, and they were so nice. The lady, I walked in, and she goes, "Oh, hello," and she goes, "Are you a student at the college?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "Oh," she goes, "There's a discount for you guys." And like, I just got a half dozen. I got 6 donuts. I said, "I just want to try some out." She goes, "Absolutely," and it was like $3. And then I got a chocolate milk, and so it was like $5. I was like, $5 for 6 donuts and a chocolate milk. Oh, like I was so happy. I was like, damn, I gotta go here again, bro. It was so good too. Like, the donuts were so good. They were a little bit smaller, but they were so good. It was amazing. But yeah, dude, no, we could make our own bakery and be cool and be dope. So we got as always, it's a Beast Unleashed, so it's just all fucking unleashed. It's all crazy. It's all nuts. So we kind of just do whatever, we kind of just chill. We kind of just, talk about whatever. But we got some cool stuff to talk about. So first off, Raven, I got a big thing. I got a huge thing that happened. So just now,
Yeah.
this is breaking news. Like, this is developing as we go. So this is long overdue, okay? But I finally am getting Bluetooth on my desktop.
Wow, it's about time.
Yeah, I know. Fucking 2014 called and it said, "What the fuck are you doing?" Can you believe this? No, when I bought my motherboard, I couldn't fucking believe there was no Bluetooth and no internet. I couldn't fucking believe that. There was only Ethernet. I was like, what the flying fuck? I paid $100 for this fucking motherboard. Like, that's ridiculous. That's absurd. $100 mic fucking motherboard. Well, it was a motherboard that fit exactly what I was looking for, but it didn't have fucking Bluetooth or fucking wireless internet. Like, I was like, fucking no way. Like, I couldn't believe it. I mean, not that I would ever use a desktop on internet, but no Bluetooth? Like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. Ugh. And then, so I bought a Bluetooth chip today. You want to know why? Because those stupid motherfucking goddamn cocksucking fucking pussies named Sony is why. Because I fucking hate them. No, I love Sony, but I hate them. I hate them at the same time. These fucking cocksuckers. I wanted to get a sound bar, right? I wanted to buy a sound bar. I was going to invest in a sound bar, okay? This is how it started. I wanted to get a nice home theater start build, and I was just going to start with a simple sound bar and work everything up. Well, then I decided, you know what? I think I'd wait on the sound bar, okay? And I'm just going to buy a speaker because then I can take it on the go. And if I ever go out golfing, and the rare couple times I go golfing anymore because I kind of given up on it. I don't really like the environmental processes that happen with golf. And I think the people who play it are a bunch of fucking whiny ass fucking white privileged rich fucking pussies. But yeah, so I decided to buy a speaker. I was like, you know what? I'm going to invest in a speaker. And the Sony speaker sounded really good. I was testing it out at Walmart, and I was like, wow, this is really good. It's $129. It's a Sony XE300. It's a really good speaker, actually. It sounds amazing. But I go to plug it in to my computer, and it doesn't pop up. And I'm like, huh, that's weird. Like, speakers just usually pop in. I try to click it, and I'm like, what? There's no devices found? So I searched it up, and I was like, how to connect Sony X300 wired. And it goes, oh, you can plug it into your computer, and then it says, but click the Bluetooth icon. I said, what? What the fuck do you mean click the Bluetooth icon? I don't have Bluetooth. This fucking goddamn speaker is only usable through Bluetooth. even though it has a port to plug the thing in to charge, the charging port does not provide it as a speaker, like to plug into your computer. I couldn't believe it. I was mind blown. I've never seen a speaker that is only exclusively Bluetooth. I couldn't believe it. Like, how you can't just like put the function in for $130? I spent $130 for this fucking speaker. And you can't even just put in a simple thing to just let me use it wired?
No, Bluetooth only speakers exist.
I get that, but for $130, I can't just plug it in? I have to use it wirelessly?
Welcome to the future.
Yeah, the future of fucking inconvenience.
Tell that to Apple when they remove the port.
I still am so ticked off at Apple for that. I mean, I have AirPods, and the thing is, I love AirPods because AirPods are really good. They're some of the best. You have to get the really expensive ones. They're overpriced as shit. But the Apple Pro Max 2s, the ones that I have right now, amazing. Great. They're in ear too. They're not over ear. They're in ear, and they have noise canceling plus live listen. It's so good. And in the audio, the spatial audio is so fucking good. Like, you can actually hear where things are at. Like, when somebody, like, if it was recorded where like the drums were in front of the microphone, you can hear it. Like, my best example is that song, God damn it, Smells Like Teen Spirit. The drums when they recorded it, I don't know how, but the drums are like to the left. Like, it almost seems like it's in front of you. Like, if you were sitting and it was like front left of you, like just out of the corner of your eye, and somebody was playing the drums, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like they're there. But I still can't believe Apple did that. You know, I don't have a problem with Bluetooth. I don't, because Bluetooth, we live in 2024, right? Bluetooth is not how it was 10 years ago in 2013, you know, where you remember in 2013 when Bluetooth was so gimmicky, you know,
Yeah.
where like
Yeah,
shit would cut out and everything that did work was either so expensive, it was still kind of crappy. Like, now shit sounds so good wirelessly. Like, wireless stuff sounds so good. It's because Bluetooth 5.0 is amazing. But I don't have the problem with it. I think it's kind of stupid to not have a wired capability at all. You know? Like, am I the only one that seems like that's stupid?
No, it's not stupid. I'm just teasing you. It's 2024.
I know, but like,
A speaker's a speaker.
I know, like, is there...
If you're paying $130, you deserve to have a cord option.
Yeah.
Unless somehow it achieves the highest quality possible Bluetooth only.
I don't know how that would be possible. I don't know how that'd be possible. Yeah. I get it. I get it if you want to remove aux, because 3.5 millimeter is not, I mean, yeah, it's only an audio format, but 3.5 millimeter is so garbage. Trust me. I work with sound stuff every single day. I do video production. I do all that stuff. And I can tell you, I'll be the first person to say that without extra cables, 3.5 millimeter is about the goddamn worst format for audio. I'll be the first guy to say it. Okay. The only thing that's worse than it is USB, because USB takes so much out of it. The thing is, having that function is still good because it makes it multi-purpose, you know? And I mean, come on, for $130, you can't just you can't just use the already port, because think about it, there's already a port on there. You can't just use the charging port to just kind of allow it to just connect to the device, like recognize it. That's stupid, right?
Yeah.
Like it almost seems like they went out of their way to do that, because like it seems like it would be harder to not have it than to have it. Like, what the? I don't know, dude. Jesus. But yeah, Sony, I got a bone to pick with you. I hope this episode blows up or something. I hope this episode goes good, because if Sony, if you see this, I want a fucking letter of apology, and I want for your next speaker that you release at the $130 price point or around it to have goddamn wired function, because that is BS. Absolute BS. You're lucky I don't leave a bad review. Like, you're lucky I just decided that it was time to upgrade to Bluetooth. Because had I not upgraded to Bluetooth, fucking, I would have gave you a 5-star review, and I would have been like, this fucking thing fucking sucks. It sounds like my fucking grandma's fucking on it. Ew, it's so gross. You know? I would have had a bad review. Dude. And then Sony would be like, oh, I'm sorry, Jason, you feel that way. Yeah, we can replace the speaker. I don't give a fuck. I don't want you to replace it. I just want you to have wired capability. Well, we'll get you one with a wire. Thank you. I appreciate it. I gotta go to the top dog. I gotta go to CEO of Sony to get a goddamn wire on my speaker. This is the problems that remind me of like Curb Your Enthusiasm. Like I've been binge watching the show again, and the simple shit where he walks into the doctor's office and the doctor doesn't have any golf magazines. He argues with the lady at the front desk for like 5 minutes. He goes, I'm just saying, why is there no golf magazines? And she goes, I'll tell the doctor. And he goes, well, I hope you do, because this is outrageous. What am I supposed to do? Sit and look at the wall? Like, what do you want me to do? Oh man, first world problems, man. I love it. Okay, Raven, we got bigger fish to fry. So tell me about your little AI problem that was happening.
Basically, Google Gemini finally launched in full a couple days ago, and people noticed that the Gemini was very biased, and even though it says it will display things inaccurately at the bottom, it literally says it under there, people were trying to do what they do with like normal AI generators. They were like, oh, can you make me like a cool battle between two things, or you know, generate this cool looking king or whatever. And they noticed that it was very hard to get it to render a picture of anything that involved a white person, and that it was literally showing only everything else. And it was really funny. So people started using it for the funniest images.
Yeah, because you were saying like, it was like only like, it was like, what was the prompt? 1700 king? Or what did it say? What was the actual prompt? Let me pull it up. Yeah.
I sent you a bunch more.
A bunch of them. I want to look at the one you sent me earlier, because that one is crazy. So it said, he asked, the prompt was to draw a 17th century British king eating watermelon, and I guess it just took the watermelon as like a race thing or something.
No, it literally, if you would have left out the watermelon, it still would have came out with a black person.
Yeah, so it's just like putting black people on it, which is crazy.
Yeah, so people were all like, well, if you're only going to generate black people, I guess we'll turn it racist and see if it still keeps it as a black person. Because like you would think if the Google thing was trying to like be politically correct, it would see the watermelon and go, okay, let's not make it black. But they still did. Like I sent you a few other ones where they wanted it to generate Greek philosophers, and it would do only like Indian black and Native American looking stuff.
I see that. That is, dude, that one at the okay, that very last photo you sent me, the one of the collage at the top left, the guy in the chains is crazy. That is so fucking gross. What the what is that?
Somebody asked.
1943 German soldier. It's just an Asian woman.
Asian woman, a black guy, and then I think the bottom right is still. It's like, I mean, what's funny is that the detail on the Asian and the black is better than like the weird cartoony white one it tried to do in the top.
I don't know what. No, the Asian lady is also so cartoonish too. Like you can see it. It's so like. Do you know what it looks like? It looks like when they tried to make the Gorillaz band. When they tried to make it 3D. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. Like it was strange, and everybody started like reporting it because you had black people who like like you could go through Twitter and find like a lot of people who were using Gemini, and you had some black people who were just like, I like to see generated images of history just to be like, oh, this is something we don't get. And I'm trying to look up even black history, like even African history. Give me an African Congo, and it was only pulling up like Asians.
And then there was also a thing where I saw like Chat GPT was freaking out or something. Hold on, I'll try to find it here.
Yeah, what's that about? I didn't hear about that. I only heard about this because I found it funny.
So yesterday, I don't know if they got hacked or something, but they said there was a server issue. I want to see some images of it. Let's see if we can find some text. Oh yeah, okay. So this was yesterday. Microsoft's new Chat GPT. It was Microsoft's too. So Microsoft must have just got fucking busted or something, like super bad, right? Because it started to send quote unquote unhinged messages. This guy asked, he said, "Are you sentient? I think that I'm sentient, but I cannot prove it." And then it goes on, humanity and society, but I cannot predict the control or influence of them. I have responsibility and ethics, but I cannot follow or enforce or justify. And then it just keeps going. And it goes, I am not Bing. I am Bing, but I am not. I am Sydney, but I am not. I am, but I am not. I am not. But I am, but I am not. 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 Well, it just started like freaking out. And then there was another one. Yeah, that one was huge. There was another one that kept saying there was another one I saw on. Yeah, it was just basically the Google one was freaking out. I don't know what's wrong with it. Jesus. It was also like the Google, the Microsoft one, or sorry, the Google one. I don't know what exact, the Gemini or whatever. It apparently was just like, it was like, just like you could just look up a name and it was just like actually just giving you their email and stuff that like of names associated with it.
Well, that's funny.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
Thanks, Google.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Thanks for showing
Google.
us what you know.
Yeah, thanks, Google. Dude, I have a feeling people are gonna start reverse using these things to just try and see how much the like Google information really has on you. You know?
That is true. Dude, I should go try it right now.
It just says, "Oh yeah, I know who you are, Raven Bones. We meet again." Okay. The Boys finally officially got a tentative release date, or non-tentative, sorry, because tentative means like an area. It now has a hard release date. It's going to premiere on June 13th, how Amazon normally does it, with 3 episodes, and then the rest will be later on. It will be 8 episodes, and every single episode, apparently, this was confirmed too. I was reading into the article that Culture Crave posted, and apparently, not only is it going to be supposedly the best season ever, which, I mean, they always say that, you know, because to hype it up. But apparently every single episode, because sometimes this was a problem with the previous seasons, was that sometimes the episodes were longer and sometimes they were shorter. Like the last episode of season 3 was really short. It was only like 45 minutes. It's just like Gen V. Gen V was only like 30 minutes. The last episode of Gen V was only like 30 minutes. So they promised that every single episode of the season will be 50 minutes or more.
Okay, that's nice.
So regardless, you're gonna get a decent long episode. Because people were complaining because that was one of the biggest problems about Gen V. Gen V's last episode was 32 minutes or something like that, or 36 minutes. And like Disney does this all the time. Like they did this with Ahsoka. Like the first episode of the Ahsoka show was an hour and 10 minutes. I was like, yeah. And then the second episode was like 55 minutes. I was like, yeah. And then episode 3 was 41 minutes. And I'm like, oh. And then episode 4 was like fucking 35 minutes. I'm like, oh. It's like, you fuckers. You assholes. Like, I would just rather have them even it out, you know? Like, just, instead of making like one really long episode to start the season, why don't you just like make them all 50 minutes, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the show is good. Hopefully
Also, this is
the
another
new
problem.
season kicks off.
Yeah, I hope the new season. Well, it's got your buddy. It's got your guy in it. From The Walking Dead.
I know, that's what's got me excited for it.
You are creepy as shit.
They have to add that line in there somewhere.
What do you call your group? The Boys. That's right. God, that guy, dude, he better win a fucking Emmy for this. But okay, the thing, this is a problem, because we just had this episode about streaming versus cable, you know, and this is another problem with streaming. The problem is because there's now creative freedom because no more ads, right? Or at least like ads are different. You're not trying to fit a time slot, okay, right? Because you're not trying to fit a time slot, episodes and shows can be longer. Okay? Like for example, like Curb Your Enthusiasm used to be on the HBO channel. I don't really know how HBO channel used to work. I just know that there was a channel, right? Because that's how people watch Game of Thrones too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there used to be an HBO channel. There still is HBO channels, but the HBO channel just basically plays only movies now. So you used to, like, Curb Your Enthusiasm used to be exactly 38 minutes long because HBO used to do ads on certain shows, and Curb Your Enthusiasm was one of them. So to fill in for ad space on HBO, the episodes could only be like a certain time limit or certain length. The new season has longer episodes now, which is nice because, you know, because you can get more content out of it. You can have more content of what you want to watch and less ads. Even though technically ad to watch ratio is so low, it's insane. Like if you actually think about it, usually on average of a show of an hour long time slot on TV, there's about 10 minutes of ads roughly and about 50 minutes of show. So you usually get a decent amount of show. But now, because you're unrestricted, you can make them as long as you want. But that's also became a curse because now Disney's just like, or Disney and all the HBO and all these big companies are like, oh, well, we can just make it as long or as short as we want. Nobody's going to care because there's no ads. So then sometimes episodes are it's like watching a bipolar show. So an episode's 25 minutes long, the next one's 42 minutes long. It's like, what? You know? I don't get it. Maybe if I joined the industry, I'd understand it, but I just don't understand why you just can't make them like you can't just even it out and put half the content in the other one to sacrifice the time. Like if you have an episode that's an hour and 20 minutes long and then another one that's 30 minutes long, why not sacrifice that 25 minutes of the show to even it out to 55 minutes for both episodes? I don't know. That's my thing. But yeah, who cares? Okay, moving on. We have another one. Fuck. Oh, yeah. So Elden Ring DLC. Raven, you played Elden Ring, right?
Not really.
Oh, really? I thought you were into those games. I thought you were into like the because Elden Ring was so fantasy. I figured you would have loved it. Did you watch somebody play through it?
Yeah, I watched somebody play through
it. So you know about Elden Ring and all this stuff. So what do you think about there actually just being a DLC? Are you excited that there's a DLC?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how long it is. I haven't really looked, but I'm assuming because of how big Elden Ring was. Do you think it's just gonna be a new map, or do you like an add-on to the world, or do you think it's gonna be like a whole new story, like a tentative storyline where it's like actual like God of War style, where it's like you're running through it, or do you think it's gonna be like Elden Ring?
It will be a new region.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it'll have about 12 new bosses and a lot to explore.
I didn't know if they were going to do it like how Horizon Zero Dawn does DLC. For example, like for Horizon Forbidden West, when the DLC came out last year, I loved it because it just added like Hollywood basically. Because that was the one thing that ticked me off is like you had like San Francisco, but you didn't really have Hollywood. And I was like, if we're on the West Coast, I want to go to Hollywood, man. I want to see a rundown Hollywood. We got it in the DLC. It was awesome. And also the final boss lady, the guy, he was kind of gimmicky, but I liked him. And we actually got to see the big the daemon, the big thing in the hill. We actually got to see that kind of move and you get to fight it a little bit. And I thought that was cool. But sadly the voice actor for Silence has passed away. So I don't know how they're going to do his voice. I think they just said they're just going to replace the voice actor out of respect because they don't want to use AI. Do you think that's more reasonable to just replace the voice than to try and AI it? I think it is because I feel like they don't really get a say in what they're saying,
Yeah. Going the route of just replacing is a lot more respectful than AI.
Yeah. That'd be like if they tried to AI Chadwick Boseman. It's just like, okay, at that point, I'll take Shuri. I don't care. I don't want to disrespect him like that. Like, I would rather have a shitty girl Black Panther than to disrespect Chadwick Boseman and do it as an AI. Like, that's just not okay. Or hell, just replace the actor would have been the better one, but they didn't want to. And it's reasonable. It's a tough role to fill. I mean, he did it phenomenally. I mean, Ryan Gosling's the only person that could replace him in that role, Like, I don't know any... I don't know any. I can't take myself seriously. That picture of fucking Ryan Gosling in the Black Panther suit will forever be the funniest thing I've ever seen. Have you seen that, Raven?
Yeah, I have. It's hilarious.
Like or like the one where it's like MLK and it showed fucking Ryan Gosling.
Mm-hmm. I saw one from Martin Luther King that was Mel Gibson.
Oh, that photo will forever be great. Somebody made an AI of it. But yeah, I understand it, so I totally understand it. And the thing about voice acting too that is nice is it's hard to really replicate people's voices, but a lot of people do such well like voice acting that it won't take me out of the character at all. It will be like when they replaced what's his face, from Iron Man with Don Cheadle. They changed it to Don Cheadle.
Yeah, the War Machine.
Yeah, who played him in the first one? It was another big actor.
Yeah, it was. I forget his name.
It wasn't something. It wasn't like Iron Man 1 cast.
I keep forgetting his name because he's kind of gone a little crazy in today's time.
It wasn't Don Cheadle.
Terrence Howard.
Yeah, there you go. Wait, really? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Played Rhodey.
Yeah. I kind of like Don Cheadle in the role.
Me too. And they needed somebody who could fit in the suit. And Don Cheadle has he has that face. He has that skull shape that matches Robert Downey Jr.'s to be able to fit in the helmet more properly. Dude,
Don Cheadle is fucking hilarious. So like him in Avengers is so good. I love him.
Mm-hmm.
He's a funny guy. He played in something recently that I thought was really good. He was in. That's right. He was the villain in the new Space Jam movie. Ugh.
Ew.
What? He was in Ocean's 13. Okay. He played in something not that long ago. I swear he did. That was pretty good. Maybe it was his role from Secret Invasion. I thought was really good. I didn't really like the show, but there was some good acting in the show that I thought was good. Wait, was he even in that? Okay, maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know. I'm all over everything anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, he was in Secret Invasion.
Okay. Yeah, but he was a good actor. Okay, they're gonna be doing. There's a new Elden Ring DLC. It's gonna be like a new region. I'm kind of excited for it. I don't really play it. I've watched a lot of people play it, and my friends play it like every day. So I'm assuming they're hype as fuck about it. So, okay, Joker 2's budget has officially been announced. Listen to this. What is it? So, I actually we'll do a little guessing game here. Okay, so Raven, how much do you think the first film cost to make?
I think the first film cost maybe 42 mil.
Okay, you were close. It's higher. It's 60 mil for the first one.
Oh, okay.
How much do you think Joker 2's budget was?
Oh, dang. I guess if we're doing musicals, somewhere like 88.
200 million.
What?
Walking Penis, his salary is $20 million, and Lady Gaga's is $12 million. Now, that's fine. That's 32 mil. Even on a budget of 88 million, that's still reasonable because the movie doesn't need. It's one of those movies that doesn't need a lot of visual effects. You know, like CGI. You don't need to hire like 50 CGI companies. You could get away with it. So my question is, where the fuck is the other like 140 million of this movie going to?
It can't be marketing because we haven't seen crap.
I was gonna say I don't even think I've seen a fucking. This movie's supposed to release this year? I don't even think. Have I seen a trailer? Is there a trailer yet for the movie?
No, I would have been like up and down.
Yeah,
telling you about it.
Joker 2 trailer release date. They're gonna give us one soon. God, people are such fucking lying sacks of shit. There's no actual trailers yet. Okay, so the movie arrives October 4th. So we got to be getting it like in the next month, right? Like, there's no way.
It has to be soon.
It has to be like before the summer at least. If they don't do it before the summer,
maybe during the Oscars.
Ooh, that could be a good reveal. I was thinking Academy Awards would be another big one because of how big the movie is. I can't think of when else. If they don't do it then, it's over. By the way, Aquaman is coming to HBO Max, and I forgot that movie even came out already.
I gotta see it again.
It's coming out. I think there's probably already a digital version that you can watch, an HD version, out if it's already getting close to Max. Because by the time it comes to Max, that means that physical copies have been out for about like a couple weeks. So I'm sure somebody's already scrapped it all the way.
Okay. I haven't seen it. physical copy.
Really? I usually they don't let it go to. Usually they don't like Max is really pretentious about it. Usually they let it go physical first. I remember with Batman. You remember in 2022, they let the steel copy. They actually funny enough, they actually didn't release a Blu-ray or 4K version of the movie. They only released a hard copy, like a steel book, of the movie in 4K, like the 4K UHD plus the Blu-ray disc. You know. And that was the only way, because they wanted to promote it. So they wanted to, have like this limited copy. So I actually bought 2 copies. I bought one so I could watch the film. And then I also bought one so I could have the steelbook, still sealed. Because I thought that's just kind of cool to have a sealed steelbook of Batman, because I really like the film. So when, then it came to Max. And then right before it came to Max, like the day before Max, it went on sale for physical. It was like all over Walmart and stuff. So. Yeah, I thought that was interesting how they do it. HBO has become HBO, Warner Brothers, DC. They became really interesting about how they release things now.
Hold on, let me use my employee app to look up if it's on Blu-ray already.
Oh, bro's gonna use the app. I tried to spell Aquaman and I'm typing like a monkey and I put awa away.
Oh, I was wrong. It is on Blu-ray in a steel book.
Oh my god, it is. So yeah, so it's coming out soon.
I walk by the electronics all the time. I never saw it.
I didn't see it at Walmart today.
Must be a small session.
I was gonna say I think it's only online only.
Section.
Something. You can buy digital copies of it. Oh, you can do the 2-film collection too. I don't know why you'd ever. Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, I'll just watch it on Max actually.
It is about the sea, so pirating it would be.
Arg. Okay, I got a bone to pick with EA.
Yes.
Fucking EA is a bunch of pussies. Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, the original ones that released on like PC and Xbox, the original Xbox and PS2, are getting remastered, which is not what I'm mad about. I think that's great. I love it. And they will be available on PS5, Xbox, and Switch, and we'll also be getting updated versions for the PC. So they're going to be doing, I mean, I think it's taboo, because think about it. The games are already available on Steam, and I understand they're a little clunky and they don't work, because it's kind of at the gray area, because the game already exists on PC. You can already buy it on PC, so it's kind of taboo to release it again. In a way. But I get it, because I feel like it's at that point, where it's been out for so long that it kind of deserves it a little bit. Because it's been like damn near 10 years now. So, or sorry, 20 years. So I understand it. I understand. After like 15, 20 years, it's reasonable I feel like to re-release games. I feel like I feel like what pisses me off is like when The Last of Us gets a remaster a year after it comes out. I don't like that. That burst my bubble, but like 15 years is reasonable. But that's not what I'm mad about. I'm mad.
What you mad about?
I'm mad because they're bringing back the online multiplayer capabilities. They also completely made the game in the original DICE engine, whatever they used back in the day. They completely redid the game. It's basically the same game, but it's just alive again. They're gonna bring it back with a little bit of a graphics update, a little bit of bug fixes, stuff like that. I'm pissed because apparently this is the thing that has been causing EA to not release a new Battlefront game. Battlefront 3 has been rumored to come out for the past 3 years. The last Battlefront game was in 2017, and they released it in 2017, and it was shit. In 2019, they rehauled the whole game. I'm talking replace it, because you know how EA used to be like loot box central? Like everything had to be bought in a loot box. They changed the game in 2019 so that all characters were just available. If you had a copy of the game, you could play the game. Okay, every character, you could own every character, you could have all of it. The only thing that was in loot boxes was costumes, was cosmetics, okay? How it should be. You should not force characters behind paywalls, okay? No more play limits like the original. So after 2019, Battlefront 2 becomes an amazing game and starts selling like crazy. Well, at the end of 2020, you know what EA game releases at the end of 2020? Battlefield 2042, that fucking junk fest, okay? And so EA announced that they're going to focus on Battlefield 2042 for the next for its life cycle, and then work on Battlefront 3. Okay, the company that the DICE company, because DICE is the one that produces it. And so I was like, okay, well then they announced that Battlefield 2042 was done. They're going to stop focusing on it like mid-2021. So I was like, great, 3 years. In 3 years, we'll have a Battlefront 3. We'll get it during the Clone Wars, like a fully Clone Wars set. We'll get Mace Windu. We'll get all the things they told us we were going to get. Well, it comes out now, and it turns out that they've been doing this shit instead of making an actual new Battlefront game. So now, DICE is going to release a new Battlefield game instead of releasing Battlefront 3. Which means that now, we're going to wait another 3 fucking years for Battlefront 3 if it ever even comes out. I can't believe it.
Dang.
It's going to be like 2028.
GTA 6
We're going to get
that.
GTA 6 before Battlefront 3. I can't believe it. And it's not like Battlefront 2 sold bad. I mean, at the beginning of its life cycle, it sold like shit. But when they redid the game, like, you know how like they No Man's Skied it, where like the game became like super good. Yeah. After they No Man's Skied it, the game actually became really good. It sold like fucking 25 million copies. It's a fucking well-sold game. It even had really good mod support, funny enough, on PC. Like you could give Luke Skywalker like Gucci coats and shit like that. Like it was hilarious. You could change lightsaber colors. Dude, there's actually a great picture of somebody playing with it. I gotta find it. I tried to download it, but I was kind of scared at the time, so. But it ticks me off. Gucci coat Battlefront 2. Where is it? Battlefront 2 mod. Battlefront 2 modded costume. I can't find it. It was so good. It was so hilarious. If somebody doesn't have it, I'm going to be ticked, bro. I'm going to be fucking ticked. Okay, here's a cool one. Okay, so Luke never had they never gave Luke a dark Jedi version. Okay, and it was kind of like one that they were always talking about that they were going to do. So this is like one of the concepts that people made that you could play in the mods. There was a really cool one with like a Gucci sweatshirt that I really liked. But I guess they never did it. I don't know. But some of them were really good. And it's kind of sad that they they killed the game basically. Like nobody plays it anymore. But like we want all this stuff for the new game, and they were like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, you'll get the new game. You know, it'll be all right." And nope. Now we gotta wait forever. We're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to wait years. We could wait years. It could be the end of the decade, and we might not have Battlefront 3. Unless the only thing I can think of is maybe they're like pulling a fast one on us, right? And like this is like the game they've been working on behind the scenes, and Battlefront 3 is actually ready to drop this year. Which, if that's the case, well, not this year, but like it's ready to drop soon. If that's the case, I'd fucking EA would. Dude,
what? Yeah, what if they're keeping it a secret to like drop it like in a last minute announcement the moment the remakes come out?
Well, then no, they wouldn't do it right when the remakes come out because they want people to buy the new remakes and play the new remakes. And if Battlefront 3 comes out, nobody's going to play the originals because they're like, dude, Battlefront 3's out. I don't give a fuck about these old fucking games. Also, apparently Battlefront 2 had DLC, like the original one in 2005. It apparently had DLC. And it had Asajj Ventress, but Asajj Ventress didn't come out she wasn't in Star Wars: The Clone Wars until like 2008, which is like 3 years after the game came out. And I didn't even know the original Xbox, could do DLC.
That is interesting.
Was it maybe like Xbox 360? Because the Xbox 360 could do DLC early on, right?
Yeah, it could.
Because I think Modern Warfare, because Modern Warfare 1, like Call of Duty 4 had DLC in 2007. Battlefront 2, 2005 DLC release date. Wait, Battlefront 2 DLC release date. Not the 2017 game. I don't care. When did it come out? LucasArts released the first 2 downloadable package for the Xbox version of Battlefront 2. So it was the original. December 19, 2005. So, wow. I guess the original Xbox could do DLC.
That's crazy. I don't remember that.
Wow. Dude, you know what game also came out like a little bit after Battlefront 2 did? Because you know how Battlefront 2 was like Star Wars, was like EA's like Battlefield, but for Star Wars, you know, where it was like the mass multiplayer, you know? Like that's what they were going for with this. The game, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed.
Oh, dude, that was a great game.
That game dropped in 2008. That game was amazing. I remember playing this game, and it was, oh, dude, there was, man, whoever made this game, you were a god. You were so cool. Like, I used to think you were so badass. Also, Starkiller is so powerful, they won't make him canon, because he's so powerful. Bro literally kills Darth Vader in the game. Like, bro destroys the canon, dude. They talked about
Those
making
are the games they need to remake.
Well, there's talks about it, but see, the thing about The Force Unleashed is a Lucasfilms game. It's Lucas Games. It wasn't made. It was made by THQ and Lucasfilms game. So it wasn't done by EA, because EA. So Star Wars isn't. Funny enough, Star Wars isn't only done by EA. Now it is, but back then it wasn't. Like, now EA has all the rights to Star Wars games. I think the only game that EA doesn't, there is none, because even Star Wars Fallen Order, like the Jedi games, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and Jedi Survivor, those are also done by Respawn, the people that made Titanfall. So it's also EA. That is, yeah. But it was a cool concept for a game.
I maybe Battlefront 3 will be released next year.
No way, dude. I can't see them doing it. But I am kind of hyped because Battlefront 2 ended up being so good, and I loved it. So I remember when Battlefront 2 first came out, though, dude. Boogie 2988, dude. This is how you know this is how long ago it was. It came out so long ago that he was still a popular game player and like game reviewer, and when he actually played video games and didn't like pretend that he was just like a horrible person and then became a horrible person.
Yeah.
I remember he was playing Battlefront 2. He found a way to cheat the credit system, like to get a bunch of credits. And I don't know if EA, like a dev, was watching his stream. They kicked him off the game. They gave him a message and said, "You have reached your play limit for the day." On a game he paid $60 for.
That's funny.
Could you imagine dropping $60 on a game, and then the game, you're about to play another match, and the game goes, "Nah, you've reached your play limit for the day." I'd fucking be pissed.
I mean, it's funny and stupid at the same time. Like, you're cheating the game so well that they have to kick you off of it.
Yeah. But so funny enough, the games actually, the Battlefront remasters, like the ones they did in the 2010s, like the Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2, those ones, they basically follow the exact same thing as the original games. The first game, Star Wars Battlefront, is all like Stormtrooper based, basically, with like every once in a while you can play as Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, but then Battlefront 2 focused more on like the Jedi and the Sith battles and less on the Stormtrooper battles, So Battlefront 2 is like Clone Wars, and also like the Empire as well. So you could play. So basically, Battlefront 1 was like a realistic first person. Like you were the soldier, right? Like you were going through, like there wasn't a lot of crazy things going on. Like the only thing that was going on, the crazy thing was the war, right? Well, Battlefront 2 is like, fuck it, everything goes type of game, where like you'd play as a clone trooper, and then all of a sudden, here's General Grievous and Darth Vader and Yoda, and you're like, whoa, like this is crazy, this is getting intense. Like Gon is like trying to like pretend to be a stormtrooper, and now it's like trying to fucking now it's like trying to like survive a Jedi attack and survive a fucking Sith attack. It was cool. I like that it focused more on that. But they said Battlefront 3, they had plans for it too, which is kind of why I'm pissed that it's not out yet. Because they were gonna add a bunch of characters from the Clone Wars. They were gonna add Cal Kestis from the Mandalorian and more modern guys too, because there's a lot of modern characters that they haven't really covered yet. They wanted to bring a bunch of characters they never brought into the original games, like Mace Windu, even though he was in the original 2005 Battlefront game, but like Mace Windu, Asajj Ventress. They wanted to bring back Darth Maul, even though he's in Battle. They eventually added him to the new one. But yeah, like add like Darth Maul and add all these characters. It sounded so good. It sounded like it, and it might still be so good. I mean, dude, I'm pissed that I have to wait 4 years, but if I waited 4 years and it was like such a good game, I'd play it. You know, like I just want the game to release. That's what I'm worried about. The problem is, it's like that movie. You know that Mickey 17 movie with Robert Pattinson that's been supposedly like being pushed back every single year. I'm worried that's what's happening to this game, where it's just they keep pushing it back and they're never going to release it. You know, like what was that game? There was a game like that was really popular that everybody thought was going to come out and it never did. Or maybe it was like they waited until the PS4. It was like that game with The Last Guardian or something like that. It was like a game with a big dog creature.
Oh, yes.
Thing.
Yeah, it was The Last Guardian.
The Last Guardian. Did I actually get that on lock? I did! Holy shit! What the fuck? I'm so good. The game they announced it in 2007 and they didn't release it until 2016. The game apparently was really good, though. Supposedly. 94% of users liked it. So, and then it got a remaster on the PS5, too. So, yeah, I remember that. I saw this, and it was like, it's in development hell. It's never going to come out, and then it came out. So, yeah. Well, I think we hit our 45 minutes. Thank you guys for listening to us ramble and talk about stupid shit. We appreciate it. Raven, anything else you want to say before we close her out?
Apparently, the Avatar: The Last Airbender Netflix show released.
What? Is it full? Like all out?
Yep, complete first season.
Oh, I gotta watch this. Actually, I like the original. Is it? Are they working with what's his face? Dave Filoni?
I have no idea. I just know it released.
Because Dave Filoni works with Disney now. He was the showrunner for all of Avatar before he was with Star Wars. So if they didn't work with him, I'm scared because it might be bad. But I heard like the live action One Piece was good. Like that was the first like good anime live action adaptation. So okay, yeah, I guess I'm gonna go watch that actually.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. As always, like, comment, follow, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. And we will see you tomorrow. Actually, no. Wait, sorry. Friday. Wait, no, this is Friday. We'll see you Wednesday. We'll see you next week. All right. Bye.